Hello. All right, guys. Am I audible? Am I clear enough? Perfect. Okay. Good evening, everyone, and I welcome you all at OLYMP Trade's today's webinar. Today's webinar is very special, guys. In today's webinar, we are going to study about the AXEL strategy. Okay, AXEL strategy you can use both in fixed time trading as well as in forex trading. Hi Raj, hi Lavish, hello Ayush, Vibe 39, hello James. Okay, thank you so much for the confirmation, guys. I welcome you all. So today we are going to discuss the AXEL strategy, and AXEL strategy can be used both in fixed time as well as forex trading. It can be used on different time frames, guys. So we will learn about this strategy. We will make some live trades, guys. I would really appreciate if you make this session interactive. If you have any questions, please ask in the live chat. Please feel free to discuss anything you wish to discuss about, and if you want to discuss anything else apart from the today's topic, any indicator, oscillator, or any trade entry you have in your mind, please feel free to use the live chat column. Okay, I'm fine, Raj, thank you so much. So AXEL strategy, let us go in the strategy section first of all to apply the strategy. Here you will find the AXEL strategy, and if you are having advanced status or expert status on the platform, then you can use the AXEL strategy. It will be available to you, pre-designed by the experts. However, if you are having the starter status, then don't need to worry about that. I will guide you on how to use the strategy with the momentum oscillator, but you have to apply the settings manually. I will show you what the settings are. So let us enable the strategy. Alright, so the AXEL strategy, guys, AXEL is an ideal trading strategy for beginners due to its simplicity. Very simple to use. It uses only the momentum indicator. When the yellow line of the indicator crosses the blue control line, it's an indication to open a trade. This strategy is well explained in the video, so you can watch the video later for revision purposes. However, now we will talk about the strategy in much detail. So guys, for example, if you look at the screen right now, here we can see that just a minute. Alright, so guys, here we can see that there is an intersection of the yellow line with the blue line in the momentum indicator in the downward direction. So just after the intersection has happened, we can make the trade at this point in the downward direction. So guys, the trade duration should be 1 to 3 minutes, and the candlestick duration should also be 1 minute. So let me change the duration to 1 minute, and let us start trading for the day with a base amount of 20 USD, guys. I will be using martingale technique here. I will explain you how to use the martingale as well. Prajapati, Raj Prajapati, sir, I want to ask you one thing. Okay, the more I'm studying, the more I'm losing. All right, I have learned 45 study, and almost I have given full attention to 2-3 strategies, but still I don't know. Raj, I suggest you change your money management approach. You can use the martingale formula, have sufficient capital in your account, and use the martingale formula up to 7 to 8 chances, and you will never be on the losing side. Pankaj, let me know the easy to understand binary trading course on YouTube. Pankaj, actually the OLYMP Trade platform is not a binary trading platform. OLYMP Trade is a digital option trading platform. But yes, if we talk about the fixed time trading, then you can refer YouTube. However, if you are having an advanced or expert status on the platform, I recommend you to contact the support department and have a one-on-one session with the expert, and you will be able to learn everything you wish to learn about fixed time and forex trading. You're welcome, Raj. Okay, so now let us try to make some trades, guys. All right, let us try to find positions in different assets one by one. We will be looking into each and every asset. So the yellow line has to cross the blue line, and in either direction it crosses the blue line, we will make the trade accordingly. For example, here we can see that the yellow line has intersected the blue line in the downward direction. So we may enter a trade in the downward direction here, and we can keep the time frame from 1 to 3 minutes. But right now a green candle is showing on the chart, so let us wait. Also guys, if you are having the starter status, please make sure that you apply the momentum indicator with these settings. Period 14 and period 2 should be 9. Okay guys, let us wait for a feasible entry here. Mr. Glass Cutter, how much is sufficient to start trading? I would suggest you at least try to make a deposit of up to $100 if you want to have a good sufficient money management. So that would be a good amount to take a start. Hi Roshan. Okay guys, now let us look at every asset one by one to find an entry. A basic dollar index. See, here we can see that the indication is in the downward direction. The yellow line has crossed the blue control line in the downward direction, and we can enter into a downward trade here. So I'm entering into a 2-minute trade in the downward direction, guys. So let us wait for this trade to close, and I will teach you how to use the right money management technique to be always profitable. If I win this trade, I will continue with the same amount. Remember, if I win a trade, I will continue with the same amount. However, if I am losing the trade, I will try to increase the amount, use the martingale formula. For example, if I lose the trade with $20, the next trade I will increase my amount to $40 so that I recover the previously lost amount, and also I am able to make some profit as well, guys. One trade in basic dollar index downward direction. Also there was a Maru Bozu candle. This is a full body candle with no rejections, no shadows, very slight shadows. So a downward trade here for 2 minutes, guys. Let us wait for this trade to close. Guys, meanwhile, if you see any entry on the chart, please feel free to share in the live chat. We have one open trade right now. Also guys, I will be sharing some forex entries with you as well in today's meeting, forex, and I'll open some live trades also in front of you. Also, we'll be talking about the much awaited NFP data that is going to be released next week. It is going to be released next week, next Friday, 3rd March, 7 p.m. in the evening, and we might discuss it in the upcoming webinar next Friday. We'll try to make live trade on the NFP as well for you guys. So please make sure to tune in, join the next webinar also. Okay, I think we have almost won this trade. Okay, so we won this trade, guys. So please mention in the comment section, what do we do next? With how much amount we need to make the next trade? What should be the amount in the next trade, guys? Please use the live chat to communicate. What should we do next? Hi Sashi Shankar ji. Good evening. Welcome. $20 cricket lover. Correct. So next trade also we will open for 20 USD. That is the right money management. As long as we are winning the trade, we shall not increase the amount. Okay. But if we lose a trade, then we will use the martingale. Let us try to find another entry now. In gold asset, I think we might have an entry in the upward direction, but since it is showing a red candle, let us wait for the next candle. Also, it is almost a red Marubozu. So after a Marubozu candle, we might open the next trade in the same direction for the same candlestick duration. Let us wait for this trade to close, guys. Meanwhile, let us discuss about some forex entries. Okay. So some of the forex entries, like one is the Euro USD. The Euro USD is still in the middle of a descending channel. It is in a downtrend. So we might enter in a down trade in the Euro USD, guys. See. So we have won this trade as well. Now let me change the time frame here to 1 hour. And we can see that it is right now in a descending channel, and we might want to enter into a downside trade here, guys. Downside trade in Euro USD for long term. So I'm entering into a trade here with a multiplier of 200 in the downward direction. I'm not able to change the multiplier, guys. Just a minute. Just give me a moment here. I think I need to restart the platform to change the multiplier. There is some issue. But yeah, you can enter into a downside trade in Euro USD with 100 multiplier. Also, we have another entry in the USD JPY down trade from the current price. USD JPY, guys. From the current price, you should enter into a downside trade with a very short stop loss, because since it has started to rise. But if you look at the bigger picture here, it is sitting at a resistance level. From here, this is an important level, 135. So from this point we can enter into a downside trade, but the stop loss should be kept very less. Then in AUD JPY, potential break of the 92 level can lead to further downfall here, and the level has already broken, so we can enter into a downside trade here. Okay, so we might want to enter into a downside trade here in AUD JPY. In Euro USD, also a downside trade. And in the AUD JPY, also a downside trade. So 3 forex trades we have made right now. Okay, I think we have entered twice in AUD JPY. Okay, no worries, it's fine. USD JPY is still left, so one trade in the USD JPY, but the stop loss should be kept very less in USD JPY. So let me keep the stop loss to 20% and let me keep the multiplier here to 50. Okay, perfect. Guys, these entries are understood. Marubozu candle is a full body candle. I'm very sorry about the inconvenience, Kautuk ji. Please contact the support department. Okay, so 3 forex trades in the downward direction: USD JPY, AUD JPY and Euro USD. Now let us again switch back to fixed time trading. We have made 2 trades and we won both the trades. Also, there is one more entry in Brent. Guys, you can enter into a downside trade. We can see that the trend is in the downward direction. Also, oil prices drifted lower Wednesday on concerns higher interest rates will hit economic activity in the US, which is the largest consumer in the world. So here we can also enter into a downside trade. So 4 forex entries I have made and kept my stop loss to 20% in 2 of the trades. So let us wait, we'll see what happens here. Now let us again switch back to fixed time trading. Okay, so 2 trades we have made right now as of now in fixed time and we won both of them. Let us try to find another entry. Here also we have a downward direction entry. So again I'm switching back to the base amount $20 and entering into a downward trade. Okay, this was the 4-hour chart. I'm sorry guys, please make sure that you check the time frame before entering into the trade. So we entered into this trade, we were not supposed to make this trade, so let me close it at this point only. Okay, so we made a loss of almost $10 here. So to recover $10, now I will make a trade for 30, also try to earn the profit. Guys, here also we have a downward entry. Yeah, we can make a downward trade here. So 1 minute trade in the downward direction in commodity composite index. Let us wait for this trade to close. There are a lot of strategies like you can use as a beginner. AXEL is one of them, or you can even use the parabolic to make the trade. Whenever the parabolic dot is shifting, at that point you can make the trade. If the dot is shifting on the top of the candle, you can enter into a downside trade. If the dot is shifting below the candle, you can enter into an upside trade. Parabolic is a very good indicator and I use it a lot. Whenever the dot is shifting, if it is shifting on the top of the candle, you can enter into a downside trade, and if it is shifting at the bottom of the candle, you can enter into an upside trade. See, here the parabolic dot has shifted, so I will enter into another trade in the downward direction. I will use one of my risk-free trades here. Previous trade we won. We made the recovery of the lost $10 along with $15 profit, guys. So another trade I have entered here using the parabolic indicator. Now this is a risk-free trade. Let us wait for this trade to close. Meanwhile guys, if you want to discuss anything, please feel free to discuss in the live chat. If you have a trading entry in your mind, please feel free to mention in the live chat. I would really appreciate if you make this webinar interactive, if you ask questions, clear your doubts. Also guys, you might have noticed that you all must be having a USDT account in your OLYMP TRADE profile. So you can use the USDT deposit method to make the deposit. It is very convenient. very fast, lightning fast, I would say. You will never face deposit delays or withdrawal delays on your account. So try to use USDT as well. See here, we won the trade using the parabolic also. So out of 5 trades, we have won. So basically this trade we were not supposed to make here, the one we lost. So out of 4 trades, we have won all the trades as of now. So we might want to enter into another downward trade here. So I'm entering into another trade. I will use another one of my risk-free trades here. Time duration is 3 minutes. The trade is in the downward direction. Guys, if you are facing losses, I suggest you to make a bigger deposit and use the martingale technique. Pankaj, if you are having advanced or expert status on the platform, then you can contact the support department to book one-on-one session with the expert. And if not, try to make a deposit of at least $500 so that you achieve the advanced or expert status. Then you can have one-on-one sessions with the OLYMP TRADE experts via Zoom application. So you will get to learn a lot about trading. So we have one active trade right now in commodity composite index. Let us wait for this trade to close, guys. Meanwhile, if you want to discuss anything, again, please feel free in the live chat, guys. I would really appreciate your questions, your doubts, any clarifications you want regarding anything. So let us wait for this trade to close, then we will enter into the next trade, guys. Can you please elaborate your concern, Manik De? Why money is not deposited? When did you make the deposit? I suggest you contact the support department. See, we can see that the market is in weakness here. So the position is very vulnerable. Any one of the parties could gain control here. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, so the trade is now starting to come in our favor. Mohammad Ziauddin, we are discussing about the AXEL strategy today, and as of now we are getting 100% accuracy in the AXEL strategy. We also discussed about some forex entries. So this trade is now starting to go against us, but this was a risk-free trade, so we are not facing any loss. Let us wait for this trade to close, and in the next trade I will use the same amount. Okay, this trade did not go in our favor. This is the first trade which we have lost. This was entered by mistake. So now let us try to find another entry. Alright guys, here I think we are about to get an entry. As soon as we see that the yellow line crosses the blue control line in the downward direction, we will make the trade. Let us wait for this candle to close at least. Alright, I think here we might want to enter into a downward trade. Alright guys, so one trade in the downward direction for 1 minute in Astro Index. The previous trade we have lost for $50, but it was a risk-free trade, so we did not suffer any loss. So again I am trying with the same amount, 50 USD. If we lose this trade, in the next trade I will use the martingale principle. But first let us wait for this trade to close. Guys, we can see that the previous candle has faced some rejection from the upward side. So we should get at least one candle in the downward direction. So again I will try in the downward direction, considering this the resistance, the this level. Okay, so one more trade in the downward direction. As we can see that the yellow line has crossed the blue line and it is moving in the downward direction. So second step of the martingale. This is the first time in this webinar that we have reached the second step. So let us wait for this trade to close. Guys, if we lose this trade, then we will again use the martingale formula. The total loss would be 150, and I want you to mention in the live chat that what should be the amount of the next trade if we are losing this one. Please mention in the live chat. Yeah, right, but we have won this trade, and the price has resisted from that level, and now I'm expecting it to move a further more down in the same direction. So I'm entering into a quick trade here for 30 seconds. Quick trade, guys. You can use the quick trade as well. So the price is resisting from this point. Again a quick trade for 5 seconds, and we won both the trades and we got the profit here, guys. So in this session we almost earned now around 36, 60, 110, 200, 240, almost 350. So if the parabolic will shift now, I will enter into another trade. See, guys, now we can enter into another trade for 2 to 3 minutes. 3 minutes downward direction. I have a risk-free trade available with me. That will also, I will apply here. So the parabolic has shifted. We are expecting it to go in the downward direction. So we have invested a total of $110, but one of them is risk free. So the total amount under threat here is $50. So let us wait for these trades to close. If we lose the trade for $50, then guys, what should be the next amount according to the martingale? What do you think? Again the parabolic has shifted. The price is going in the upward direction. We might want to enter into a short trade here again for 10 to 15 seconds in the downward direction. Now we have used the martingale principle here, guys. So even if we lose the $50 trade, if we win this $100 trade, the loss would be recovered. So we won this trade. Now even if we lose this one, we are still in $30 profit, guys. Or what we can do is we might close this trade if we feel that we are not winning this, or we can also wait here. So guys, the overall profit is now close to 400. Let us aim $500 in this trade, in this trading session. So we can see that the forex trades are also now starting to come in profit, guys, the ones we discussed. So we lost this trade. Overall we have earned somewhere around 500 considering the forex trade. Here I think we have an opportunity again for a quick trade. So a quick trade in the downward direction. We lost this one. Now I will use the martingale here again in the downward direction. A quick trade. This also did not go in our favor. One more time I will try, otherwise we will switch to a different asset if we lose this also. See, in the third step of martingale we won the trade, and now we have almost earned around 500 USD in this session. Forex trades are also starting to come into profit. Here also again we can enter into a downward trade for 2 to 3 minutes considering the price action here. But I will reduce the amount now. Alright guys, so is the strategy clear to everyone? We almost earned around 500 USD in this trading session. Is the strategy clear to everyone, guys? If you have any doubts, any clarifications you want, please feel free to mention in the live chat. Guys, if you have any doubts, please feel free to mention in the live chat. My screen is clear, Ziauddinji. You need to, I think, change your YouTube video resolution. Guys, can you please confirm? Is my screen clear to everyone? Is it visible? I think this trade might not go in our favor. But still there is 1.5 minutes left. If we lose this, I will enter my last trade for the day for 100, and if we make the recovery, then I will stop this trading session. So let us wait for this trade to close. Meanwhile guys, if you have any doubts, please ask in the live chat. So it might face resistance from this point again. So one more time in the downward direction. Again we won this quick trade here. It is again and again getting resistance from this level. Oh, it was a standoff trade. Lost this one. Again it was a standoff. Okay, so I used up my risk-free trades here, but we did not find any profit. Now let me see what is the overall loss. 50, and this one is also going in loss 50. So we have to make a recovery of almost 100. So let us enter into a trade for 150. I will now switch the asset here. Here we can see that one candle. Here we can enter into a quick trade in Asia Composite Index, guys. One quick trade in the downward direction. So we won this one. We made the recovery for 100. Now the overall situation is profitable. I will close this trading session now, guys. If you have any doubts, anything you want to discuss, please feel free to ask in the live chat. In today's session we almost earned around 600 USD. So good profitable session. So we started from this point. These were the risk-free trades. All right, good. A good trading session we had, almost $600 profit. Yes, James, you can change your payment method. If you want to use any other payment method, you need to make deposit from that payment method first. Let us look at our forex trades. They are giving profits. All the trades are now turning into profitable ones. So I will hold these trades for at least 6 to 8 hours. Guys, again, if you have any doubts, please feel free to use the live chat. Anything you wish to discuss, anything you wish to ask. My account section. Yeah, sure. I have multiple accounts with me, but as of now, I am using the USDT because the USDT, it is one of the fastest modes of deposit and withdrawals. So I recommend you to all that you can switch to USDT mode. Okay, I think that I will exit from this point, and I have almost earned 10% here. So I've exited into these trades, and in this session now we almost earned around 1000 USD. So very good trading session, guys. If you want to ask anything, if you want to discuss anything, if you want any clarification, use the live chat. You are welcome, Ashan. Also, guys, I would like to remind you that in the next webinar, we will discuss about the NFP trade. Also, I will try to make the live NFP trade in front of all of you in the live YouTube webinar. So I would request you to tune in to the next webinar next Friday, 3rd March, same time, 6:30 p.m. same channel, and most likely I will be your host for the next webinar. Also, we will come up with a new strategy, and since that day is very special, we have the NFP data releasing that day, we will talk about that as well. So please try to spare some time for the webinar if you want some profits, as we will be trading live on the NFP. I use different exchanges. I have accounts on different exchanges, like I use WazirX, I use the Binance Pay. So I suggest you can use the Binance Pay. James, when you are not sure about your entry, at that point you should not use the 500 multiplier. However, when you are sure about the entry, at that point you can use the 500 multiplier. And when the data is released, then also you can use the 500 multiplier for quick returns. Alright guys, if you don't have any doubts, then we will close this webinar for today, and I will see you next week. Next week we will learn about any other new strategy. We will discuss the NFP, which is very important. Vibe 39, yes, that is it for today. We discussed the AXEL strategy today. If you have any doubts, please feel free to ask. Otherwise, I'm going to close this webinar, and I will see you all in the next webinar next Friday, 6:30 p.m. Yes, you can connect with me one-on-one However, for that you should have the advanced or expert status, and you should contact the support department and they will arrange a session for you. No, I don't have a Telegram account, but you can follow the OLYMP TRADE official Telegram account. Welcome CJ Tolls. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining. It was my pleasure conducting this webinar for you. Now we will see you next week. Take care. All the best. I wish you have a profitable journey on the platform, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.